What it do, YouTube, and welcome to the AOVI Clan channel. This is Nestinator1, and I'm bringing you another Black Ops 2 video. This one here, we went against some wormers. Again, these videos are from when the Black Ops 2 were in its heyday. I just never got to uploading them on our channel, so I figured I'd trickle these in along with some Call of Duty Ghosts videos from week in to week out. Here we go. So this one here was fun. We were able to kind of put together everybody in the AOVI Clan that was with us on this journey. That's kind of what I miss about the old theater mode, where you were able to kind of go in there and take everybody's gameplay. It was more of a clan channel back then because you didn't need to have a capture card. I actually went in there and took clan members' gameplays and was able to throw them up on a YouTube channel. But with Ghosts, you guys know there is no theater mode, so there is no other teammates that I can throw up besides the people that I have direct access to, which is Candy Girl and also Chaos. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video, but that is not what the topic of discussion is for today. The topic of the discussion is going to be a little bit about Call of Duty Ghosts, what things that, we wish were different. There is no saying, fix it or anything like that. I'll go all into that in just a second. So it seems everyone on YouTube right now is talking about how Ghosts is a bad game because of its campers, its corner campers, bush hiding, Wookiee snipers, etc., etc., etc. And I see a lot of big YouTubers, even the medium-sized YouTubers, blaming the COD community for these issues and the shortcomings of Call of Duty Ghosts. And all I have to say about that is, what are you guys talking about? Not to just jump off on a negative note, but first let's talk about the COD community. Anyone that's been playing COD multiplayer for years or has been watching COD, videos on YouTube for a while knows this community is not only toxic, but it will, never be made up of sound-minded individuals that just want to go out there and have fun gaming experience. There's hackers, there's cheaters, there's boosters, there's modders, there's trollers, there's campers. I mean, take your pick. So, all of a sudden now you're going to say the community has taken a dump, and the rest of the community has ruined Call of Duty Ghosts. And I'm just like, please, these players have always and always will be a part of the COD community. And the only reason they have never succeeded, I think, in holding any ground on good players in previous COD titles is because something very simple that nobody has yet to point out, and I just don't understand why. And that was because all of these bad players, they were on our maps. They were on our mini-maps, the radars. And we sought them out, we killed them. No matter how much hiding they did, we knew where they were. We were able to hunt them down and kill them. And, and I'm talking about the laying on the floor, laying in the corner of the map, crouched in the edges of the very, corner of the map. I'm talking about those type of campers, the true menace to any COD title, and the true scrubs of the COD community. Those are the people I have issues with, not the snipers, not anybody else that uses stuff in the game and, just picks up a skill in the game they're good at. Quickscoper's great, it's an aim assist, blah, blah, blah. They're not the ones killing the game. Yeah, they can be frustrating at times, like a fruit fly at a picnic. But, that is not what is destroying the COD community or the COD titles. It's campers, ladies and gentlemen. It is campers. And it's been like that since day one, and I'm just not sure why many people don't kind of jump on this more. I know there's a lot of alliances out there with the big YouTubers and the black worm camping and all that kind of trolling stuff, hidden masters, whatever. That kind of garbage is what's really killing these type of games, and I don't know why people fail to see that. So it's simple, since the first Call of Duty title we played online, we've had UAVs, always seen as a standard score streak or kill streak, whatever you want to call them. It was a staple to most loadouts because you threw it up and now you knew where your enemy was. Campers beware. If you didn't run the Ghost or Assassin perks, you would be on the mini-map radar as an unmistakable red dot. The UAV kept people moving and pushing with the fear the other team now knows where they're at, where they're hiding. You couldn't stay in one place. And then, of course, in Call of Duty Black Ops, the UAV was kind of neutralized with the Ghost perk because there you could, campers and corner campers and room rats, they were able to hide in areas without fear of popping up on the radar. But in most cases, people that utilized that tactic were still overrun by good players. Then in Black Ops 2, they finally got the Ghost perk right because you had to be constantly moving to remain off the radar. And you would only pop up as one of those unmistakable red dots if you chose to park your ass in one spot for too long. So it was perfect. It was like a perfect complement, and they found a good way to balance the Ghost perk. But now we have Ghosts, and the irony of the title kills me because most of the times when you get shot by some camper in Ghost, it seems like you've just been shot by just that, a Ghost, right? These scrubs are laying on the floor or hiding in a corner, some corner you failed to check that you didn't think you needed to check. So what has Ghost done to change the world of COD? They made it even more easier to be a camper in the game. Infinity Ward said, let's make the maps bigger. with more hiding places. Then we'll remove the UAV so no one knows where anybody is. We'll replace it with this SATCOM nonsense where you need at least three, I would say 3 down to get an accurate reading of where the enemy soldiers are. And we'll also make the game more sensitive to sound. Well, that sounds like a great idea if you're a camper. You know, the camper probably said to himself, so you're telling me there's no dependable UAV, meaning I can hide anywhere for an unlimited amount of time, and now I can also sit in a corner and hear when people are approaching me. Oh man, that's great. Thanks, Infinity Ward. You know, so why would YouTubers not blame the community? I mean, it kind of makes me think, do they have some kind of invested interest in this title, saying it's the worst COD title to date? You know, that it's the community's fault, not the developers. You know, the community did not make this game. The developers did so, and they did so with their head up their asses, if you ask me. You know, the community has always been full of campers, and it does not take a rocket scientist to see that the reason there are so many campers on Ghosts is because there are just that now. They're Ghosts. You know, there's no dependable UAV system. The goal of the developers, you know, should not have been to make it easier for these scrubs, just, you know, because they want more people to play the game. Which kind of brings me to another issue with this game, which is spawns. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have gripes about spawns. I could say, you know, with confidence that 70% of my deaths are attributed to getting spawn killed. And I'm not talking about, you know, spawn trapped here, people. I'm talking about spawn, I get blown up by an IED, or I spawn right in the middle of a gunfight, or I spawn, walk 2 feet and get shot because the game spawned me in the middle of the enemy stronghold. You know, what the hell happened here? And I, you know, I kind of have a theory about this. I can't really prove this, but I have plenty of video and plenty of experiences to kind of back this up. And my theory is, you know, every time my clan and I are up by a considerable amount, whether it's 30 kills, 30, you know, kill confirmed tags, 50 or more points in domination, there'll be a moment where either myself or another clan member will get killed, and then suddenly we get thrown into this vicious cycle of death. It's usually 3 to 5 straight deaths where I get spawned, killed over and over again. And it begs the question, am I now forced not only to play against the scrubs of the game, but also the game's programming as well? What's up with the programming to assist losing teams? It sure feels that way. Obviously, I can't prove this, but trust me, the next time you're out there with your friends, or you're pub stomping out there with some good players, you know, see if you get caught up in that cycle of death, because it seems to happen more often than not when you're winning big. So just, you know, kind of keep an eye out for that and tell me I'm wrong if you think I'm wrong. But I definitely feel that is part of the game's programming sometimes, and I'm just saying that just kind of feels like the way it is to me. Look, but I want to make sure that, you know, I don't complain in most of our videos about the game or anything like that, and this is not made to do that. I'm just kind of pointing out, I think, the obvious point that most YouTubers are missing for some odd reason. They don't want to acknowledge it. But the fact that this game does not have UAVs, and the fact that, you know, there's no dependable way to search out enemies, and that's why people are corner camping and camping in the back and edges of maps, is because of that very reason. And until people acknowledge that and say, hey, you know what, we better keep UAVs in the game, it's going to be like this from each game thereafter, where it's just always going to be people hiding in corners and stuff, because there's always been campers. We know that. This community has not changed all of a sudden. It's always been that way. It's just the games were pretty good at keeping those type of players at bay, and you know, this game has done the exact opposite. So anyway, this video also is not made to plead with Infinity Ward. I hope they patch the game because I called them out. I always find it amusing when I go to a small YouTube channel and I hear some guy ranting and raving about changes that need to be made in the game. Like there's some town hall mayor or something. First off, no one at Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, or Activision cares what Mr. 500 subs or 1K subs has to say about patches and fixes in the game. So most of you guys can save that. They can care less about it. Let's just admit it, guys. Unless you're a big guy like Drifter or Nadeshar, someone that really gets to the masses out there, or Allier, they're really not going to care what kind of fixes we're recommending. Anyway, I do want to know, though, you know, I personally feel this is the worst COD to date. That's just my opinion. By far, bar none, this is the worst Call of Duty. But all I can do is play through it and keep pushing through it like most good players do. Remember my quote, bad players complain, good players adapt. And I strongly feel that about any Call of Duty title. And again, we're out there as a clan. We're still out there beating teams. But that doesn't necessarily mean we don't have an opinion about the game. You know, even though you win and even though we're doing our duties out there as far as winning and pushing together as a clan and winning clan wars, you know, we still have our gripes about it because there's a lot of times where we just don't feel that flow of the game that we're used to because we're getting, you know, spawn killed, or you know, some guys camping in a corner that we had no idea was there, or we're getting sound horde just because some guys have some top-of-the-line Astro 6000s and you can't even flank them anymore. So, you know, those are the type of things that we have, like, you know, that we're kind of griping about here. But again, it's not made to say, you know, oh, Infinity Ward needs to patch this because we just feel that's kind of a waste of time. We're just giving you guys our opinions, and we think it should be known that, you know, no UAV equals more campers. It's, you know, again, it's not rocket science. You know, unless they can make the SATCOMs a little bit stronger or make them a more, you know, dangerous tool or score streak as far as putting people up on the map, it's going to continue where people just continue hiding in, you know, corners and laying on floors and all that type of stuff. So it's not the community's fault. It is the developer's fault for making a game where the community that's already kind of tainted and toxic can take advantage of what they've failed to develop correctly. So that's our stance on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay clip. Again, it's a throwback, a little kill confirmed on Black Ops 2. You got to see a little bit of everybody. I wish I could get some more footage from everybody on Ghosts, but again, I don't have the access to record everybody's gameplay unless they have their own capture cards, which we're hoping that we can get most of the clan situated by sometime this summer. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all your support, all your subscribes and likes. We're going to keep pushing videos out. We're going to keep kind of just giving our opinions on things. Again, they are just opinions. They're just that. We're all good for a good debate, good discussion. You know, if anybody feels differently or if you have anything that maybe is similar, whether it's something that you went through in the game, whether you went through the death cycle or something like that and you want to share it with us, please, by all means, leave a comment and let us know. Again, thanks for everything, guys. This is your boy, Nessinator1, and I am out.